Tesla stock seems to be benefiting from a broader market rotation. So in the very short term, it is showing a lot of strength since the 12th of June 2024. That's this year. It has continued to print higher prices and on various occasions corrected. But we have seen it now trade higher than what it has really ever traded in a long time. Closed at $231 yesterday, the 2nd of July. So this is the highest it has traded since all the way. This is the highest it has closed as all the way back to early this year. As a matter of fact, early this year the stock was losing. It was in a downward trend. It was in a downward trend, and printed this bottom of around 141.6 as of the 22nd of April. But I think you can even see all the way back to that time. The 22nd of April was when that trend began, but we saw a lull between 10th of May and 10th of June. So almost a 1 month consolidation. We have seen it now continue to move higher. Money is flowing into the stock. So like I said, in the very short term, it is showing a lot of strength, and that is also validated by its hourly charts. All of these charts are on all of these charts. You'll find out that the stock is trading above all of its Fibonacci projections. So that is equally the case on this daily chart. But if you go all the way back to its maybe more intermediate models or charts, you may find out that it is still trading within Fibonacci projections. Indeed, Fibonacci projections can vary from one individual to the next algorithm. So here on you can see that it has next upper projection. It has is 254.66. Next one is 285.67, and the most upward one is 306.57. The probability that it can get to this projection of 254.66 is not bad at all. It's quite a decent one. It's quite a decent one, even though it will most certainly not be. It will likely be lower than 30%. It will likely be lower than 30%, but even within 0.1% of a probability of a probability holds a lot of events. A probability of 0.1% still holds a lot of events, especially in the market. So probability is around 30% or even 20% for Tesla stock to get to 254.66 is very much decent. Even towards 287, all of these are very much likely. That is all simply because of the fact that it has printed these prices before. It has printed them before, so it's statistically and even based on human instincts, printing such high prices wouldn't be out of place. So if you come back to its if you come back and look at its monthly chart, you will equally find that it is also still trading within the Fibonacci projections we have. And indeed, like I mentioned, Fibonacci projections can always vary, but if anything, we can just say that it is a validation that it is in the short term strength is there, but in the medium term it hasn't really done so much, and that also portends the fact that yes, it may well do well. It may well continue to do well, amongst other things as well. I'll point out what the other fundamental issues surrounding this rotation we're looking at right now, this very short-term rotation. So let me finish up with the projection. So the next one is 255. The next upper projection on its monthly chart is 255.25, and the next one is 303.6. Next one after that is 250.93. The most upward one here is let's see, it's 418.33. That's really ambitious. I don't really think it has ever printed close at such a price. It has actually, as a matter of fact, it has. So yeah, So let's have a look at it. Let's return to its daily chart, and I'll continue with what I was trying to say about it. The reason why we are probably seeing, amongst other things, rotation into Tesla. This is all there's a broader market rotation, and you know Tesla is benefiting from that. And I think one of them is the fact that there's the currency devaluation that is going on. When I say devaluation, it sounds as if it's intentional, but the yen, the Japanese yen, is losing a lot of ground, losing a lot of value, and it's projected that if it continues to decay beyond $1.61, then there's a very good chance that the Japanese government may intervene. And how they're going to intervene? They will intervene by selling U.S. treasuries, and when they sell U.S. treasuries, then there's going to be a flight from treasuries into stocks. So I think that speculation is already is already rife. It's already there as well. So it's what is slightly behind some of this rotation that is that Tesla is benefiting. So when they eventually do so, maybe it wouldn't be it won't have very much of an effect. But when treasuries are not doing well, mega stocks are doing well. Mega stocks, including Tesla, Magnificent Seven stocks, will do well, and amongst other things, that is probably why we are looking at this rotation right now. And I mean, outside that, Tesla, in the broader picture of things, Teslas are not, or EVs are not exactly. They're not, the problems they have, is that they have a fewer parts, and car makers depend on the many parts that their vehicles have to make money, by selling more parts to, keep those vehicles going. So in essence, those cars are platforms upon which or from which they run up recurring in income, and given that EVs don't have as much parts, so the prospects of making money isn't as high, so but in any case, we have some notes from analyst notes from Morningstar. They're saying that deliveries fell 5% year on year during the second quarter. Okay. Tesla reported 443,956 vehicles delivered during the second quarter, which is a 5% decline year over year versus the prior year. They've updated their model to assume lower 2024 deliveries. They now expect a slight decline versus their prior forecasts for deliveries, but slightly up on the year. Separately, they've updated their model to assume higher energy storage deployments, as they expect higher growth in this business, following Tesla's record 9.4 gigawatt hour deployments during the second quarter. Having updated their model to reflect these changes, they maintain their $200 fair value estimate for Tesla. Their narrow mode rating is also unchanged. Tesla shares were up slightly yesterday's pre-market session, that is yesterday, the 2nd of July. So Tesla plans to report second quarter results on the 23rd of July. Based on their current outlook for the cadence of the year, they expect the company will report a lower revenue and profits versus a prior year quarter. However, sequentially, they expect Tesla will begin to see stabilizing automotive gross profit margins versus the first quarter, as the company will begin to see lower unit production costs and benefit from lower raw material costs. While they forecast lower revenue and profits, they see margin recovery in the second quarter of the year, setting up Tesla to return to profits in 2025. Yeah, those are just that was a note from folks at Morningstar. So have a look. Money is gradually coming into Tesla. Driven largely to some extent by the fact that treasury yields are are going to decline. Might or are slightly declining. Or the speculations that they may decline, given that the Japanese government is likely to begin to sell bonds, to begin to sell U.S. Treasuries to back up their depreciating currency. Because it is causing economic issues in Japan at the moment. So have a look, and I'll definitely continue to update you. Thank you very much for watching this video.